Before I begin, I want to personally thank Ranveer Singh's hair for being an unpaid actor in this movie. In all honesty, this was the first movie released this year that actually managed to make me forget I was watching a movie. If this isn't the mark of good cinema, I don't know what is. Because good cinema isn't what you only see on screen, it's what follows you home. When you leave with memorable dialogues living rent-free in your head to annoy your family with 24/7.
Hello guys, welcome to Filmy Junction. A little disclaimer, this is a spoiler-filled review. So if you have not seen the movie, what are you doing here? Go watch the movie first, then come back.
Dhurandhar offers a glimpse into the life of a spy operating under the alias Hamza, who infiltrates some of the most brutal gangs in Karachi. As the film unfolds, we see him navigate gang wars, the constant threat of exposure, and an internal moral conflict born from the violence he becomes a part of.
Now, one of the reasons Dhurandhar connects so well with its audience is how effectively it uses its large cast. It's a well-known fact now, Bollywood lately has been using multi-starrers as an excuse to make absolute khichdis of movies.
Honestly, that's an insult to khichdi. Whether that's Houseful 5, Singham Again, or War 2.
It's evident that filmmakers assumed a large cast would be reason enough for audiences to come flocking.
Banking on this, fundamentals like writing, plot, logic, set design were simply neglected. However, Dhurandhar was the first film in a long time that genuinely made me feel every character was cast with intention. The actors were not reduced to nostalgia bait, nor did they have fourth wall breaks or dialogue stuffed with meta jokes. I know these are different genres we're comparing, but the point still stands. Attention to detail and basic storytelling requirements are not dependent on genre.
Dhurandhar also possessed a combination of two of the most riveting projects in India currently. Number 1, Desh Bhakti. Number 2, underworld politics.
It isn't a typical Desh Bhakti spy film filled with crass theatrics, poorly rendered VFX, and unrealistic stunts. I'm looking directly at you, Border 2 and War 2.
At the same time, it's not purely a gritty underworld exploration meant only for the niche audiences,
such as Anurag Kashyap's Gangs of Wasipur and other indie films.
By blending both of these and focusing on dense political storytelling, Dhurandhar is able to cater to both audiences. The niche audience seeking realism and the mass audience seeking action, nationalism, and emotion.
Keeping both in mind is exactly why the film works commercially without insulting the audience's intelligence. Also, I just want to pay an ode to the makeup artists. The uncanny resemblance that Madhavan has with Ajit Doval, Sanjay Dutt has with Chaudhry Aslam, Arjun Rampal has with militant Ilyas Kashmiri, Rakesh Bedi has with Nabil Gabol, and Ankit Sagar has with Javed Khannani is a commendable job done behind the camera by men who deserve to be applauded for their craft.
Now, all of this would not have been as impactful if the film didn't nail its atmosphere.
And that's where the music plays a massive role. Shashwat Sachdev, you absolutely devoured this project. Other than the songs having insane earworm potential, the way they add so much aura during the scenes made for an amazing cinematic experience. It was highly congruent, all the songs and tracks perfectly aligned with the scenes, whether it was the playful and fruity Om Shanti Om background music with Hamza playing around in the juice shop, or the viral Foos Thoos with Akshay Khanna. My favorite incorporation of songs in the movie have to be Ramba Ho during the Ranveer Singh iconic hair flip and chaotic gun firing scene, and Chaudhry Aslam's aura farming entry with the nostalgic Hawa Hawa. In my daily life though, I've been having Naal Nachna and Ishq Jalakar on loop. The music also makes the heavy action and gore far more bearable for the audience. Also, using familiar retro bangers was a really smart move. The callback value and nostalgia further boosted the film's commercial appeal without compromising its tone. Now recently, other YouTubers like Dhruv Rathee have boycotted the film and Aditya Dhar for blatantly promoting BJP propaganda. One thing I want to make clear is that I'm not denying that this is a biased film. It is a biased film, which is clear in the way Madhavan's character makes digs at the present government in the movie. However, does that mean that you can discredit all the other aspects just based on the underlying political agenda? Hell no. My personal opinion is that great films come from directors who are deeply passionate about what they want to portray. Aditya Dhar invested time, money, and conviction into this project. So I think he deserves the creative liberty to express his worldview through his work. Another point of contention was how Dhar mixed a fictional protagonist with real events and people. Unlike previous 5 films that were fully fictional events, using real incidents and footage made it feel much more engaging, impactful, and hard-hitting for the audience.
Was it wrong? I don't think so. I think the audience can think critically and we can tell the difference between what's fiction and what's reality.
In my last point, I want to mention the scene that really left me thinking even after the movie ended. This is when Hamza sees a vision of Rahman with a smoke in his hand, perched on the hospital bed. An ominous look in Rahman's eyes lingers as the Sanskrit shlok Asatoma Sadgamaya from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad plays in the background. I interpreted this scene as Rahman Dekhet mocking Hamza, even in death, as if questioning how cowardly it is to try and kill a figure like him through such meager means of deception. What good does it do to eliminate someone whose tainted and heinous legacy will outlive them anyway? Let me know your thoughts on this scene. To conclude, Aditya Dhar deserves felicitation for his takes on all aspects of cinema, from screenplay to visuals to the selection of locations and set design, which range from the lanes of Amritsar all the way to Bangkok. The film is an amalgamation of creative genius and unbridled passion. The proof? Audiences are thronging the theaters, some for the second or third time to absorb the finer details. However, the sequel, most of which has already been shot for and is due for release on March 19th, leaves us anxiously waiting to see if it will match the standards of this film.
Picture अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त.